Good evening, everyone. My name is Alex Salagua, and today I will be presenting on the restorative practice policy. The restorative practice policy would provide teachers and the school staff training in trauma-informed practices and in dynamic mindfulness. It would also create a wellness room on campus. The wellness room is a space on the school campus where students can come in voluntarily or at the suggestion of their teacher for 5 to 10 minutes to practice self-regulation skills to get into a learning headspace. Once inside the wellness room, the students check in and identify the primary reason for their visit and indicate which of the 3 options they want to use. The 3 options consist of speaking with the school counselor or school social worker, accessing sensory tools, or practicing dynamic mindfulness. Before the students leave, they will quickly fill out an exit slip where they can rate how well their issues have been addressed. In addition, the data pulled from the wellness room will be used to identify which students' wellness room usage is atypically high to suggest an early warning indicator and a potential for proactive interventions. Secondly, the data will identify which teachers send or have students with the highest use to suggest the need for additional training or support for that teacher. Thirdly, the data will identify which students use it periodically over the course of the day to suggest the need for more formalized interventions, such as support within their home. Why is this bill important? The purpose of this bill would be to reduce the achievement gap that can be seen in areas such as grades, standardized test scores, course selection, dropout rates, and college completion rates. According to the National Center of Education Statistics, African American and Hispanic students are at the lower end of the achievement gap. In addition, to provide alternative disciplinary interventions for the students. According to the U.S. Department of Education's Office for Civil Rights, it showed data that Black students are suspended and expelled at 3 times the rate of white students. To follow, the Civil Rights Project at UCLA showed that California school districts' disciplinary practices showed racial disparities. The outcomes showed that Black students are disproportionately dealt with the harshest exclusionary penalties such as expulsion and out-of-school suspensions than their peers. When a student is unable to participate in the classroom due to suspension and learn the needed material to succeed, there is a lower chance of the student succeeding and achieving their academic goals. Thus, make it difficult for the students when they become adults with little or no education to hold a professional job. In 2017, adults ages 25 to 64, 11% of Hispanics were unemployed in comparison to white percent of whites that were unemployed. This shows that the cycle will continue of poverty when a student cannot reach their academic goals due to harsher exclusionary penalties. What will the bill do? To reduce the achievement gap, the implementation of trauma-informed interventions will help shift the culture of schools from one that is focused on punishment toward one that is centered around support and accountability. The trauma training will enable educators to recognize their own trauma as well as the behavior of trauma-impacted students. The training will enable an educator to ask questions to students who act out or disengages, such as what happened to you rather than what is wrong with you. According to the Sanctuary Institute, by educators being sensitive to students' past and current experiences, educators can break the cycle of trauma and prevent re-traumatization. In addition, it will allow students to learn about healthy boundaries, healthy social relationships, and healthy conflict resolutions. According to the Nayeja Institute, by integrating dynamic mindfulness in schools, it will provide students with the ways to manage their stress, to find a sense of safety in their bodies, and to take a positive action to change their emotion and mental state. This skill will help them in the classroom and outside the classroom to create a better environment for themselves that will allow them to thrive. Thank you for your time. I hope you found this presentation useful.